So over the weekend, I ordered these Beats by Dre Tour in-ear headphones with ControlTalk um, on eBay, and I was a little skeptical because I knew there are a lot of fake ones on eBay, but the seller I bought from had pretty good feedback, like 99.8% or something like that feedback. Although I was a little worried because he sells a lot of these um, Beats by Dr. Dre, especially the tours. That's usually a little warning sign right there. If you see someone selling a lot of them on eBay, especially if you look at the price that they sold at, if they're selling for cheap, that person's probably selling fake ones. Anyway, I got them in today, was going through them, and noticed a few things that were a little distressing. There were a lot of little inconsistencies with the product itself. There were a lot of things that just looked really, really bad. So what I'm going to do here is go over the differences between the fake ones, which I got, which are with ControlTalk. So yes, there are fake ControlTalk ones out there now, and the real ones, which I had bought from Best Buy today to check back and forth between to look at the differences. Okay. When I first got it, I just even looked at it and I could tell it wasn't didn't look right. The text on the on the slipcover, the printing of it, the just overall quality of how it looks just doesn't look right. Also, it was shrink wrapped. The guy said it was factory wrapped, but you could tell that it was a very shoddy job. I used to work retail, and we used to wrap boxes up. If they got returned, it looked like someone went and wrapped it up after the fact. The retail box I bought from Best Buy actually had a little hole in the middle for the hanging tab. This one was fully wrapped, and it actually had like little holes and spaces all over the thing, so it didn't look good at all. The best way to tell, though, if you got a fake, is just by looking right at the back of the box. If you look at the back of the box, or look at the picture up right now, on the left-hand side is the fake. You can see Dr. Dre's very, very dark in this picture. You can't really see him very well. If you look at the right-hand side, which is the real photo, you can just tell that he looks better. So that right there is one way to tell. Another way to tell is if you look at the text itself. Like I said, the text on the fake box is very, very faded. You can actually even tell if you look very closely at it. It's a little pixelated. On the right-hand side with the real one, it actually is much more clear, much brighter. So that's what the text looks like on the outside of the box. If you look at the next picture here, you got the box itself. As you can tell, it's actually pretty much the same box. The only real difference that I could tell is that the real one on the right is actually a little bit more vibrant. The fake one is a little dull. The dull red, it's a little faded out. With the box, when you open it up, what you'll see is the headset and the headphones and the little carrying case. Now, if you're wondering why the carrying case on the fake one on the left is turned to the side, I'm going to get to that. Okay, I went and took everything out, and as you can see, the fake one is rolled up, and the real one, the cord is kind of just crumpled together. So I went in and took everything out of the box, and if you look at the box itself, it's just another example of the shoddy workmanship on this fake box. The fake one doesn't touch all the way through. It's not clean. You can see the white right above the bottom of the box there. The inside of the real one is all nice and clean. Everything touches. The zipper pouch here, if you look at it, the fake one zips from the towards the right, and the real one zips towards the left. Unzips towards the left. If you look at it, I'm not sure if you can tell, but the real one is not as indented, the B itself, and the B looks a little bit bigger on that one. Also, if you go to the zipper, if you look at the zipper pouch, if you look on the left here and on the right, you can tell the difference between the zipper on the zipper pouch. The real one, again, the B isn't as indented. It looks a little bit better. And then if you look at this next picture here, you can totally see the difference between the print with the monster logo. The fake one is much more spaced out. The real one is much cleaner. Now with the zipper pouch, you get headphones in here. And as everyone has said, the fake one comes in two bags. You get all the same pieces basically, but it's in two bags. The real one comes in one bag, and actually you got a little lapel mic or lapel clip-on for some reason with that too, which is not in the fake one. Now, if you go to the cord itself, you'll notice that the wrap on the cord is different too. The real one has this really nice Velcro wrap on it. The fake one just has a little tie wrap on it. If you go further into it and look at the cord itself even closely, you will see that the part where the Y split is, the fake one on the left again, you can tell it's just totally shoddy workmanship. The cord itself is already fraying apart. It's not clean at all. There's little black pieces still in that little red box where it splits. The Beats and Monster logos aren't entirely straight. It just looks really bad. If you look at the right hand side, you can tell how much cleaner the real one looks. Again, this is for the ControlTalk one, so there are fake ControlTalk ones out there now. If you also look at the plug that goes into your MP3 player or phone, the plug itself is different looking. If you look at the fake one, the Monster logo is a little bit more indented. It's a little bit more spaced out, and the picture logo itself is turned the wrong way. If you look at the real one, everything's turned the correct way, and the Monster logo looks actually a little bit more scratched in than it does just like pounded in. If you look at the serial number, both of them have serial numbers. The fake ones have serial numbers as well now too. Again, with the serial number on the fake one, it looks like it's just been punched in. The real one looks like it's been etched in. It's a subtle difference, but you can tell the difference between the two. So one more thing with the cords, the fake one is not as wide as the real one. I didn't really have anything to measure it, but to give a little perspective and scale, I used a penny here. As you can see, if you look at the fake one, it goes from the ear up to Lincoln's mouth. The real one goes from the ear up to his nose. Again, a little bit of little subtle difference, but it is a difference for sure. Now, if you look at the earpieces themselves, you can see just from the picture here that the fake one just is poorly made. If you look at the first two pictures here of the fake one, you can obviously see that it's been glued in to there. And when I got it, that's one of the first things I noticed, that it was already falling apart. I could tell that, like, if I just yanked it a little bit, it would come out. Also, the little metal / plastic piece that's connected, the little chrome looking piece, that is glued on too. If you can tell by looking at the picture. Again, with the real one, a lot cleaner. It is a lot better made. If you look at these pictures here, I have them standing up. As you can tell, the fake ones, when you're standing up straight, the B is twisted at a weird angle. And actually, if you look very closely at them, you can tell that both B's aren't exactly the same. With the real ones, if you stand them up, the B's should just about be totally straight. They are a little tilted, but they are much straighter than the fake ones, as you can tell. So those are the differences that I've seen with these fake ones. If you're going fake and real ones, if you're going to buy them, I strongly suggest just going and getting them retail. I know you might try to save some money by going with the fake ones. If no one notices, they can't tell that they're fake, honestly. But if you get up close and someone has a real one, you can tell. The biggest difference, though, and a lot of these videos haven't talked about this, the sound quality. The fake ones sound fake. They sound cheap. They sound like my little cheap skull candies that I got for $10. The real ones, I can tell the difference. The bass is much richer. I hear things that I don't hear with my other headphones. The real ones are much better. So again, if these are the differences between the real and fake ones, if you're going to purchase them, I would just go through an authorized retailer or the Beats website itself. Although on the Beats website, the ControlTalk's like $190. You can get it much cheaper at Best Buy or a local retailer. I know the normal ones are like 180 on the website, Dr. Dre website, and then the ones I got at Best Buy were only 140, so it's a $40 difference. That's it for me. I hope this has been very educational for you. Again, I would just go for the real thing. If you're going to spend the money, just go ahead and spend the money on the real thing. Uh, Thank you.